Greetings everyone. My presentation today will be based on cyber attack life cycle resilience. Please permit me to describe steps that should be taken at each of the 8 stages of cyber kill chains to prevent an attack. The 8 stages of the cyber kill chains include reconnaissance, weaponizations, delivery, exploitation, installation, command and control, actions on objectives, infiltration. Let me describe the 8 stages of the cyber kill chains to prevent an attack. Reconnaissance. Establish and enforces access control system to limit the amount of information that can be gathered by outsiders. Implement a robust data classification system. Use an intrusive detection system to monitor and detect malicious activities and develop, maintain an incident response plan. Weaponization. Weaponization ensures that all software is up to date and patch vulnerabilities as soon as possible. Implement a strong password policy. Use web application firewalls to detect and block malicious traffic and limit access to privileged resources. Delivery. Use an email security system to detect and block malicious email attachment. Use a secure web gateway to protect against web-based threats and deploy an endpoint detection and response system to detect and block malicious activities, as well as using network segmentation to limit the spread of an attack. Exploitation. Conduct regular vulnerability assessment and penetration testing to identify and remediate vulnerabilities in the system and network. Let me speak on installation. Implementing endpoint security measures such as firewalls and intrusion detection / prevention system to block malware and unauthorized access. Use an antivirus solution to detect and block malicious activities. Let me speak on command and control. Implementing network monitoring and analysis to detect and disrupt command and control communication between attackers and their malware. Employ an advanced malware protection solution to detect and block malicious activities, and use a network security monitoring system to detect and block malicious traffic. Let me speak on actions on objective. Implementing login and monitoring to detect and respond to unauthorized access and data infiltrations. Implements a robust data classification system. Use a data loss prevention system to detect and block malicious activities, and use a network access control system to control access to system and data. Infiltration. Use an encryption system to protect data, and use an intrusion detection system to detect and block malicious activity, and use a web application firewall to detect and block malicious traffic. It is important to note that these are general steps, and it is best practice to have a robust incident response plan in place, as well as regular training and awareness program for employees to be prepared to detect and respond to an attack. At this junction, please permit me to identify potential motives that usually satisfy the mission of attackers, that is financial gain, brand damage, and system access. The 3 primary motives of attackers are financial gain, brand damage, and system access. Financial gain is often the main drivers of malicious activities and could include stealing sensitive data and information, fraud, or extortion. Brand damage is the act of damaging the organization's reputation, credibility, and trust, which can be done through defamation, denial of access attack, or data leak. System access is the act of gaining unauthorized access to a system or network, which can be used to steal data, launch a malicious attack, or gain access to sensitive information. Let me explain how you would apply cybersecurity life cycle, cybersecurity framework, and methodology to establish a cybersecurity program that supports an organization's strategic and business initiative. The cybersecurity life cycle, cybersecurity framework, and methodologies can all be used to establish a comprehensive cybersecurity program that supports an organization's strategic and business initiative. Let me speak on cybersecurity life cycle. The cybersecurity life cycle is a systematic approach to managing and improving an organization's cybersecurity posture. It typically includes the following phases: identification, identifying and assessing the organization assets, vulnerability, and threats; protection, implementing control to protect the organization assets and mitigate identified vulnerabilities and threats; detection, monitoring the organization system and network for signs of compromise or attack; response, responding to security incidents and breaches in a timely and effective manner; recovery, restoring organizations, systems, and network to normal operation following an incident or breach. Let me talk on cybersecurity framework. A cybersecurity framework provides a set of guidelines and best practices for managing and improving an organization's cybersecurity posture. Common framework include the NIST Cybersecurity Framework NCSF, ISO IEC 27001, and COBIT. Let me speak on methodology. There are several methodologies that can be used to establish a comprehensive cybersecurity program, such as risk management, identifying, assessing, and prioritizing risks to an organization asset, and implementing control to mitigate those risks. Incident response, developing and testing incident response plans to ensure that the organization can respond effectively to security incidents and breaches. Compliance, ensuring that the organization's cybersecurity practices comply with relevant laws, regulations, and industry standards. Security awareness and training, educating employees about cybersecurity risks and best practices and providing regular training to keep them up to date. Lastly, by applying the cybersecurity life cycle, cybersecurity framework, and methodology, an organization can establish a comprehensive cybersecurity program that supports its strategic and business initiative by protecting its assets, mitigating risk, and ensuring compliance with relevant laws and regulations. Thank you for listening to this presentation. God bless you.